Teressa, Liane, Chris Wood, Micah Malarkey, and Ian Somerhalder. If you guys could do me a favor and stay standing, they have to take a panel group photo before we start.
What's that?
Take a quick panel photo.
Oh, yeah. Hi. Pop the cord. Pop the cord. Where are we looking?
Amazing. Thank you guys.
We love all of you.
Hello, Covington.
Good afternoon, Atlanta.
Oh, shit. We got this. Do you want me to lay there? So you can...
I love you.
What's
I love
happening?
all of you guys.
What do we have going on?
Hey, Sheila.
Do you need another chair?
Is there any Sheilas here?
You want to try this one?
You want to trade? You know who you are if you're a Sheila.
I'll sit front and
All
center
right.
because everybody wants to see mine.
There's some Stefussies here, but no Sheilas.
Oh, Sheila.
What's happening here? Malarkey don't sit. Malarkey stand. Malarkey stand.
Dude, you know
real.
What is this hat?
Okay, this chair is.
You know when you go to a
terrifying.
public restroom and it's got the little things, how did we do? And you can push like really clean or not so clean.
Yeah.
Is that what it's for?
Yeah, basically. It's actually. Does anyone know what this hat is from?
No, what is it?
It's from my mental health nonprofit. I don't mind.
Oh, that's good.
Because we feel all things because we're all human,
Yes.
Oh, that's
Love
great.
you.
and all feelings are welcome.
It's actually a dope hat.
Thanks, man. I'll get you one.
I want one.
I want some of your powders. So
I'll
let's
give you
swap.
some powders.
Let's swap.
Wait, which powders? Oh, the health.
The healthy powders.
Sorry. I just want to make sure I'm getting you the right powders.
So
It's
actually,
the Absorption Company powders or the Colombian one. Like I don't know.
I ran into Chris in the green room before we got started. He actually said he was going to host the panel, so we're good. That's what this is.
Thank you all for coming.
Amazing.
Malarkey does sit.
He does sit. He does it well.
A rollover too.
Demonstration.
Can you show us that? Yeah.
Castration? Oh, it happened. Yeah. Oh, did you say demonstration? or castration?
Demonstration.
I most certainly said demonstration.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But like what?
Hi, everyone. Hope you're well. Love
Hi,
you.
everyone.
Michael's
You look absolutely gorgeous today.
I am going to kick you guys off with one quick question, just to warm everybody up. And when that question is over, if you guys want to line up for fan questions, we will take as many of them as we can.
But we
fit.
will go quickly because obviously this is about you, and we can sit up here and
He's
sound
not going to
like-
do that. He's not going to.
Do not push. I see some pushing. We need orderly lines.
They're gonna cause a scene between everyone.
It's so good to be here, Covington! Woo!
I said Atlanta earlier. This isn't Atlanta, but it's close.
They will. Talking about castration, bro. You will.
Covington castration. It's a historic
It's
process.
a new spot. It's right next to Scoops.
Tell
You can
people
get your
you're
ice
in
cream
this
fixed and get your balls snipped out.
It's in outpatient. You can have a Sunday.
There you go. It's in vogue.
You're doing a really good job of not taking up their time.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm just kidding. I'm just giving you shit. All right. So, quick question to start us off. Yeah, you do that. Just don't do it in your microphone.
Why not? Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, never mind. I'll boss Ian around less. You guys can boss Ian around more. All right, so just to kick us all off, it seems like everyone on this panel, when I was looking down the list, are people who, at one point in the history of the TVD universe, got to play a character who had some questionable intentions or was doing sort of evil things or morally
Morality.
gray. I mean, granted, that was lots of characters, but it's different when you're not being sold as the hero. So for you guys, what was it like, especially coming into a huge fan base like this, doing things that you're like, oh, they're gonna hate me for this? Such as eating popcorn.
Well, mine from the beginning, everyone hated me, which was what was great about it. Thank you.
At hello, brother. Exactly.
But he was an asshole, for sure. There's no doubt. He was a selfish, he was a prick.
Did that feel intimidating to be like, I'm gonna play the guy that everybody hates?
No, it
And
was
you're
just
like,
so
"Yeah, do
fun.
it."
And then he had to be lovable and all that shit. He had to cry and stab a rose, and I was furious. But
Woo! Love Rose.
can't be a one-trick pony. Kevin and Julie had to literally drill it into my thick skull. I was mad.
I'm a one-trick pony.
It worked out.
So you don't sit and roll over. It's one or
But
the
it works
other.
for you.
Single trick pony.
I mean, I never thought of it like that, actually. I mean, you know, you get the role, you get the scripts, you do the work. And to be honest, when you get to do wild and crazy stuff, it's fun as an actor, you know? I mean, that's all I have to say.
You moved, as you went with the show though, you moved progressively more into like,
Yeah,
I'm kind of a
thanks
good
for
guy.
the prompt, Chris.
I'm
Yeah,
kind of
thanks.
a good guy.
No, you're right. Yeah, and it was actually quite refreshing, especially like when I started doing my work with Kat, and you know, if you have, thank you. No, we're very proud of the work we did on this show.
Well, you
but
weren't
yeah,
as
it was
angry.
a real journey. Yeah,
It was amazing. You weren't as
Or he
angry.
was getting laid.
That helps. Yeah.
unlike these guys,
Characters
I never,
are people too.
They are?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Except for Kai.
Well, yeah, he was never a person.
You were really.
He was a witch.
You were actually evil.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kai-
you were.
You represented.
I might have been the only real, like, long-term villain that just stayed
Pure evil.
Just stayed evil, and that was by design, because I think they'd gone through the gauntlet with you guys and Klaus, and like bringing in people, letting them be bad, and then like we fall in love with how bad they are, so we let them be a little bit good, so that we can milk it. But with Kai, they were like, let's just keep him, let's just stay there, which was fun. And then I got to come back at the end and cause some more.
Even Sybil had like redeeming qualities, and
Nope.
she was evil.
Fuck that bitch.
And what I mean by that was she just was naked a lot, and so that's what.
Those are the redeeming qualities of which you speak.
It's a redeeming quality.
You're on a very distinct vendor here today. We're really keeping things.
What about you guys? Were you guys good later?
Yeah, we were kind of. We were redeemed. But just to echo, it's always fun playing a baddie. So I always enjoy those characters. And then it's a plus when you join a new show because everyone had already been working together for a really long time. And so you're kind of anxious and nervous about what it's going to be like on set, and everyone was really lovely. So
Were the heretics polyamorous?
we were not.
No. Okay.
We haven't
So I
gone
was
to fan
wondering.
questions yet.
That's kind of why.
Wait a second.
That's what Enzo thought he was joining into, and that's why he
Oh, I got it.
ultimately rejected
Oh.
the heretics. It wasn't what he was
That was a
looking for.
letdown.
But you guys got the Thelma and Louise ending.
Yeah, we did. That was fun.
So even how shitty you were to people, you still had that sisterly love, and you got the like.
I don't know if it was sisterly.
Did that read
would be
sisterly to you?
weird.
Tell us more.
It was pretty
It's a
complicated.
Louisiana thing.
It was pretty complicated. But you got that great ending.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Actually,
like,
wait. I think I directed that.
Yeah, you did.
You sound like you remember a lot about it too.
sisters, right?
Those
Sisters are
sisters.
comfy.
We're close.
Super close.
We want to kill each other.
Amazing. Well, I think we can switch right over to fan questions then. So if everybody wants to make a line and jump on up.
You guys are so freaking awesome, man. I'm sorry I'm munching. I'm like starving. But wait, let me rephrase it. I'm hungry. There are people starving. I'm hungry. But men, in this building, I just want you to know that we have deep respect for you. You are swimming in a sea of estrogen. And I just want you to know, whether you're a significant other or your dad, whatever, this is
Or fan.
major brownie points. You are scoring so big right now. So we appreciate you.
We love you.
I will try and get you as much bourbon as you can possibly stomach to ease a bit of the pain. But we just want you to know we love you too and we appreciate you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, buddy. I see some of these dads just like, man.
No, that's just because they drink your bourbon. They're just chill.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Good cleanup.
You good
thank
clean up,
you.
yeah. Get a broom, clean it up.
Dig the hole and then jump into yourself. That's what I always do.
That's what David Andrews used to say, like on my close-up. Remember Uncle John Gilbert? It could be 22 degrees and you're like, if you messed up one line, and this was a guy who was new coming in the set, he'd be like, Somerhalder, get a broom, clean it up. On my close-up, I'm like, what? And then you get really pissed off, and you finish the scene, he was like, that was a great performance. Bastard. That's why I love him. I love him so much, a crazy bastard. What's going on? Oh, hi.
Hi, my name is Brittany.
Hi, Brittany.
My question for you is, what's your favorite or funniest behind-the-scenes moment that you can recall while filming the Vampire Diaries?
There was just so much laughter. It's hard to wade through it all. It's the thick fog of laughter and tears.
Malarkey just broke again. Give him a second.
Funniest thing that happened on set on this show, behind the
Behind the
scenes.
scenes, what can you recall?
Okay. Apparently, there's so much is recalled. Do you have any funny memories?
Well, it was that moment where you and I, the Sybil moment was pretty wild.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't think it's that. Sybil was, always naked. And it wasn't, it wasn't that the actress, that Natalie, was naked. It was her body double. And Malarkey and I were
There's a scene we come out away from the big
Completely
bloody
unaware.
vat, and we're supposed to turn around, and we see her finally emerge, and she's dripping in blood in the nude.
And we were like, let's just shoot, everything's set up. It's a big wide shot. Malarkey and I are pros. Let's just shoot it. Let's just shoot it. So we, action, we're rocking, we walk down, we hit our marks. And it's our cover, it's on us first. And we turn around, and standing 10 feet away is a completely naked human being covered in blood. That we didn't know was there.
And we didn't know they were going to do the whole,
Because you don't show it, so you'd figure maybe it wouldn't quite look
And you
like
can
that.
see it in the take that we use. I remember watching all the take that we use. You see, and Enzo and Damon turn around and they're like, yeah, it's like Zoink Scoop. Like, let me at him, Uncle Scoopy, let me at him. It was.
And true story, neither one of these guys had ever seen another human naked in person before. So it was like, it was
I even
almost
had
like
a kid at that
science
point,
class.
and I had.
But it was pretty wild, man. But we had a great big laugh after that, and it was funny. I remember watching all the dailies and watching the edit. And there are those moments where performances are really real, and that was a good one.
Good, good.
Yeah, she got us on that one.
That's our joint answer.
Do you guys have one? While I think? While I stall?
Do you wanna- I think we were talking about there was a lot of the behind the scenes stuff is like obviously the things that where say you have to fall or you're doing something physical that you don't see off camera how it ends. And so there was a scene where I think it was the Halloween episode and Nora comes in to see, I think is it Stefan's holding me and I'm like passed out and we had all these like stacked up mats for me to fall on and we had to do so many takes. So it was this super serious, intense scene and then at the end of it you just hear this sound and everyone had to keep a very straight face. And then the same thing had to happen to Scarlett.
We were actually together, weren't we? And it was like one of the first scenes that I shot with Candace and Paul. And they were like, okay, this is what's gonna happen. She's gonna break your neck and then you're gonna fall onto this mat and then they're gonna kiss. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, go. So I was
Sounds like a Friday night, Mr. Paul.
totally. So that's what happens. We walk through the motion. I think it was just the three of us. Were you in it with me? I can't
I
remember.
think, well, by that point I was on the mat. I'd already.
Okay, right, okay. So then it was my turn to fall on the mat. So same thing, like break my neck, fall on the mat, and then they just make out for like a good 5 minutes. And I was like on this mat, like
Surviving. This is okay, right?
Okay, the only thing I thought of is, actually we just talked about this backstage because the vamping thing on screen is a thing, but in person it is so funny because it's so awkward
And embarrassing.
and embarrassing. And
I think you did
we've
a really
never
good
talked
job.
about this, but my first day on set, you had a vamp, and nobody explained to me how it was gonna work.
no one explained to us either. So when someone did it to us too,
we were in
like,
the middle of the scene, and suddenly someone goes, freeze, vamp, and Ian holds his arms out and makes this face and comes at me angrily, and then grabs my shirt and shoves me into a wall, and I was like, what is going on?
We totally didn't tell you.
No one told me. And I remember, everyone was nice and it was relaxed, so I wasn't nervous or anything, but I just remember being like, what am I doing here? What is this world?
We didn't explain it to you guys either.
No, you guys made I think it was a tradition. It was a hazing of
Must have
sorts. To be vamped into a wall on your first day without any
That's
introduction.
some stone cold shit right there. We
I
should have
can't
told
remember
you
who
that.
did it, but
Then I stabbed your hand with a
Same
broom.
thing.
And that was all better. But that was so funny. I mean, watching, I feel like that is still in my mind, one of the funniest things is watching people do stuff that you knew was going to be sped up later, but doing it live in the middle of usually a serious dramatic scene. It's
Slow
so
motion.
awkward.
Paul used to make fun of me.
Because it's
I have a hand-
ridiculous. It
Well,
looks
I also-
ridiculous.
I also make the sound. I make and I would go. I would make all
You
the.
made the vamp sound.
And Paul's like, shut up. Because he's got to maintain this face like, ah. And so I'm making all these funny wow, and he would laugh. He's like, dude, you actually have to stop.
But it is because they speed it up, if you just kind of have your face how
You
it
feel like an
was, when they speed it up, it doesn't look vicious or fast, so you kind of have to put energy into your body, but you're just walking. So it's so pathetic. It's the opposite of what you see in the edited episode, which is oh, that's scary and cool. It is funny and stupid, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
I always thought that. I'm watching, I'm like, this has to be awkward for them. It looks
It was, but it's so funny. I loved it every time.
It's so fun getting to sit here and talk about this shit with you. This is so wild. It's so wild. What a time.
If only we had popcorn.
Apparently someone shared.
No.
I'm hungry.
Thanks for your question.
No.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Kai does not get popcorn.
He would eat it for sure, though. Did you eat a lot on the show, Mike? Mikey? Enzo Enzi?
Not the last one there. No, don't use that last one.
No Enzolini?
I don't know if I ate a lot on the show.
I mean, you ate. Don't get me
I
wrong.
fucking ate, bro.
You ain't people.
I actually had a Jello shot once. Oh no, I had a meal with Stefan and his partner where I stabbed his hand with a fork.
Oh yeah, that was a
really,
great
really,
scene.
really awful pasta. I don't know who eats pasta anymore, but Italians.
It's what we're having
We do.
for lunch.
What's up, my friend?
Hi guys, I'm Caitlin. Thank you guys for being here. So my question is for everyone, what is your favorite part about playing your character?
Past tense. What was? Are you guys still shooting? I'm joking.
I thought I said was, I'm sorry.
I loved every bit
I'm
of it.
nervous.
I loved every second of it.
Except for those days that you didn't like it.
No, I always showed up, and even when I felt like crap, I still showed up and was like, "This is a blessing. We need to appreciate it for what." I mean, look, by season 7, when you're running from a ghost or some spell has been put on you that's been put on you for another additional 1,200 pages before, it's your job as an actor to actually make it interesting. You have to. And there are, 250,000 other actors out there that weren't working at the time. And to be on a TV set that's 7 years in, is a blessing. So you got to make it interesting. Find that commonality, find that connective tissue. I know Paul was on here to be like, blah, 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 blah. But it's true, it's your job. I loved every second of it. I mean, it's a blessing.
I think mine was playing British. It's the first time I had been able to do that, despite having lived in London for, all my 20s. They rarely would let me audition for English stuff out there, So,
Oh,
I
because we're
enjoyed it
dumb and
very
we don't know
much.
the difference.
That's right. Say what? Hello, gorgeous.
Right here, say it. I want to feel it.
I was
How
about
did it feel?
7%. I'll give you the real thing behind the stage.
That right there, that was solid.
Whatever.
What was your question again?
What did
Favorite
you
part of playing the character?
I got lost in Malarkey's voice.
Don't
My
we
favorite
all?
part about playing Kai,
Yes.
specific to me, is that question.
Yes.
I speak backwards like Yoda. I think for me, Kai was a blast because my job, I always thought, was to mess with everybody else. And that counts as the character, but also as the actor. And it was fun to cause chaos and be mischievous and mess around a little bit and see how it affected other people. I think as an actor, that's always fun to play. You had a bit of that too. It's fun to be a disruptor. Not only being the bad guy, but being someone who's unpredictable means that as an actor, you're forced to let yourself be unpredictable, or else it's not interesting or dangerous or whatever it is that you're going for. So that was my
we
favorite
all
part.
definitely had that free reign to a degree, although they always cut the shit when you go
It
too
never
far.
made the episode.
Yeah,
I mean, for the most part. But
we'd play, I would,
Yeah, but the difference with Kai was he wasn't a horrible, evil person. But these guys are also trained actors, and there was a lot of physical comedy that they used, which off camera, watching them was just giggle fest, But it was awesome to see too, like, oh thank God, because you're watching them on camera, and as this was my show from the beginning, like you're so grateful when people show up, and these guys are freaking amazing actors. So you're like, oh wow, this is gonna really play. This is gonna be incredible. I remember watching you trying to get out of the car once as Kai, and you kept falling. Every take was so funny. And you're right, most of
that wasn't supposed to be there.
it didn't end up in the episodes.
Didn't it?
Some of it did.
Oh, not the whole thing, because it was long.
But the physical comedy that these like incredibly trained, amazing actors brought was really badass.
You're very kind.
That's nice, dude.
I'm an asshole. What about you guys?
Yeah. I think for Mary Louise individually, I think I really loved how you just had no idea where she was going to go. She was always operating on this super high intensity, like emotion going all over the place. So that was really exciting. I just genuinely didn't know what she was going to do next. But the relationship was probably something that I loved for the character. I think it was something that felt really important at the time, and I think it was where most of my focus went. I loved trying to give that everything I could.
I think for me, it was really interesting. Again, like I've always really enjoyed playing a baddie, so that was fun. That's right. But for me, I really liked that with Nora and with Mary Louise's character, we were from a different time. So it was really interesting getting to play these characters in kind of like the modern day, like when they would get dressed up, their outfits were like old Victorian dresses, and then it was kind of like learning from the new characters in the show. I really liked that aspect of the characters, but yeah, it was fun.
The historical stuff is fun. You had a lot of great historical shit, dude.
No, I mean that's a good point. Like when you are playing somebody from a different time in the modern time, like what's that Brendan Fraser movie? Sure,
Casino Man?
that one. Yeah. But yeah, actually the Jello shot was one of those moments because they were like, all right, you take a Jello shot off this tray, and I was like, my character wouldn't know what the fuck that is. So I grabbed the shot and I try to drink it. Do that, put it back. So I didn't actually have a Jello shot, but yeah, try to incorporate things like that because, like, what would your character know, like, and how would he know how to use the modern stuff? They wouldn't. And like sometimes it's taken for granted with the writing. It's like, hey, he dials his number. It's like it's a fucking like touchscreen phone. Like I'm used to telegrams. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you.
Cut me off. That's good. Please.
Guys, we have about 10
We have Jello
more
shots in the
minutes.
back, guys. So
We got about 10 more
Brothers
minutes.
Bond
We
Jello
can probably
shots.
take
I'm in.
two.
Let's go.
Depending on how quick we go.
Hi y'all, my name is Whitney. I'm here with my husband on this trip to celebrate our 1-year wedding anniversary.
Dude.
Congratulations!
You're crushing, bro. You're doing it right. Yeah, buddy.
My question for all of y'all is, how did y'all get into character every day while filming? Because I know y'all's personalities could be a lot different than your characters' personalities.
I just killed one person a day.
Just one.
Just one.
Just
Just
one.
got ready, like, you know.
Like you've seen the Hunger Games, the quelling, the reaping, the pulling members out. It was a lot like that.
Well, the show had run out of a lot of its budget by the time I got there in season 6, so they didn't have housing for the guest actors, so they just put us in coffins in the sound stages. So I think sleeping in the environment, just like waking as a vampire that I was a witch, it just felt like I just dropped right in everything. And the single murder a day, that was huge. It was nice that they gave us that allotment.
You know what's crazy? When you're in that mode, you're not getting into character, you are our character. And obviously every actor is different, but I work where you pull things out of your life and you create, you know, the past, present, and future, basically, but pulling to create connective tissue out of your own life and taking people from my own life and substituting them into other characters. And it's super weird and complicated. Like, you might be doing a scene with your brother, but it's a scene you might be doing with a friend or, you know, a parent that's not that. And so it's always just prepping every day, finding the connective tissue so you don't look like it's bullshit on screen. It's not, it is a type of method, but it's definitely not method. Oh my God, that would kill people. Can you imagine? 8 seasons of method actors? Oh my God, it doesn't work on TV. It was somebody on some big show.
Jeremy Strong.
Yeah, on Succession. Brian Cox was like, I wanted to kill him. Because you can't, it's so hard. How do you, to be method for 8 seasons? Oh my God.
I mean, for me, like, just speaking on that, like, because I've just been shooting a show called The Night Agent, and I'm playing a, some fans there, yeah, check out season 2. I'm one of the main bad dudes, but I'm actually playing an Eastern European guy, so I had to keep this accent, like, on set the entire time. It wasn't method, but I was so fucking scared of losing the accent that I had to keep talking to everybody. And they thought I was actually from wherever the fuck this is from.
It's Eastern Europe.
Yeah, the country of Eastern Europe.
The country of Eastern Europe.
But yeah, that's a plug. Check out Night Agent season 2. I think you'll enjoy
I'll see it.
And visit Eastern Europe.
Did your character meet Borat?
Fuck that guy.
And then you said, nice!
It's the most racist film. It should be banned. Borat. Anyway, that's heavy.
That's so
Seriously,
true with
it's so racist. Like,
but with
how do you get away with
accents.
that? Anyway, go ahead.
Do you want to keep going on your rant?
No, yeah. Let me
But with accents, that's so true, man. You have to, you kind of, especially if it's not, like for British, you didn't have to do that because you lived there, it's in you. But if it's like something a little bit outside of, like for sure, European or anything other than what is comfortable, you gotta stay in it because you lose it. Did you guys have to do that? Were you guys in your accents or were you?
I use mine.
You use yours?
The British accent. I think from Australia is probably a bit,
It's close
seems a bit
enough.
easier.
Yeah.
Kind
It's a
of,
close enough jump.
Kind of, but yeah. I think every
You
now and
had
then.
me talking to me every day.
That's, yeah, I think once you're around it as well, it's that thing that sort of, it just drops in a little bit easier. Yeah.
But I think a lot of people use music too. Like days where I was raging, like where I was murdering
definitely
people,
too.
I was big on, like I make an angry playlist. And it was just, but also like
Slip knot.
Wouldn't it be nice if we... Like I would throw in Beach Boys because Kai was psychotic like that, right? Like so, my playlist would ping pong back and forth, and I would just kind of sit there and like zone out. But it's all about the prep, I think, for me. It's like know your lines forwards and backwards, know your beats, know what you're gonna play, and then forget all of it and just go have fun.
Yeah, a lot of the prep is done like not on the day. It's like all in the lead up, getting the script, beating it out, you know, like getting into whatever you get into that makes you make those scenes work, you know? So, because we work, the crew are the real heroes of, not this show, but every show.
The unsung heroes.
They're there fucking 100 hours a week. And we rock up like, hey, where's my coffee, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, in our defense.
What do you mean there's no tuna?
Yeah, no mayo.
No mayo for the tuna?
But in our defense, like our work, there's a lot that happens off-set and at home. And so a lot of our stuff is done before we get to work. And then we get to work, we get to play. And it's supposed to be fun. And it was a lot on this show. We had a lot of fun.
We also, shout out to the crew. We had, I think Vampire Diaries had like one of the best crews I've ever worked with.
So good.
Such a good
They were
crew.
solid, man.
Ever.
Love all those cats.
You know what's weird? I stepped away from this business now 5 years ago. It's the craziest thing. I have not been on camera since August of 2019.
You forgot where to put the mic too, I think.
What's that?
5 years makes
But it
you
is-
forget.
But it is.
Where did he put this microphone?
It is. People say like, "Do you miss Vampire Diaries?" And I miss I miss the crew. I miss the family. Like you have this family. It's 100 and something people, and it lasts for almost a decade. It's that community, and it's true. The crew are the unsung heroes of the entertainment industry. These are the people that make it happen.
Some of you out there, maybe.
Yeah, we love you, and we do miss you. We spent thousands of hours right there in that field and all over here with this incredible crew. I agree. It's the best crew I've ever.
It's a team, man. You know, I don't believe in hierarchy. Like, we're all working on this shit together, and it's important to get to know your teamsters and everybody and just, like, be a fucking human. Like, some people don't understand that.
I hate when people say, like, oh, I work for Ian. I'm like, you don't work for me, dude. You work with me.
Yeah.
You know
Can't do
what I
it
mean?
without each other.
Otherwise, it's weird and uncomfortable, and I can't do this without you. You know?
I think that helps with like the getting into character thing as well. The hair and makeup I think was really big sometimes for getting into the costumes and everything. Like some of the outfits they would put us in, it's like, oh, there she is. Like you'd walk in as yourself and then suddenly you're standing there in like this dress or this pink matching pajama outfit and I'm like, yeah, that's Mary Louise. Like the costume and yeah, basically everyone behind the scenes really helped to make the characters too.
For Stefan, it was when the hero hair appeared. And then you thought, there's Stefan.
It's like a pair of Nike pumps.
Stefussy.
Oh, Stefussy Pump.
Stefussy pump. Thank you for your question.
Thank you for answering it. I love
You guys rock, dude.
We got one
Happy
more
anniversary.
coming in here, I think.
Thank you for the love, guys. I hope you're having fun. And dads, we gotta get you that burger.
Hi guys, I'm Sarah. I was here yesterday as a crow.
Hi, Sheila.
My sister, she's just recording, but my question's for Chris. First of all, I love you, and your speech yesterday about mental health made me cry, so thank you for that.
Oh, no, thank you.
I'm also a singer, so I appreciate you and your wife. Glee is my favorite show, so.
Glee is your favorite show?
Yeah, that's kind of awkward.
What about the
but
Vampire
That's my
Diaries?
second favorite.
Okay. All right.
But I love you guys. So my question is, your go-to karaoke song in real life.
IRL?
What's IRL?
Yeah, with
I love
I thought I was the grandpa.
in real life.
That was awesome.
I'm older than all of you.
Just then you proved it.
What's IRL? What are you kids talking about?
In real life.
Where's my popcorn?
I need some kernels.
In real life. All right, guys.
You know, I've done karaoke on a few like film jobs and sung a few songs. I did on this show, right? I did.
What did you
What did I
sing?
sing? Bob Dylan, Knocking on Heaven's Door. Yeah. Oh, that was fun. And then didn't I sing again for something? Did I sing on Legacies? That makes sense.
Were you on Legacies?
Yeah, I went and did two. It was fun. It was good. I was gooey. I was gooey. Yeah, I was covered in green goo. It was fun.
There was a lot of goo in Legacies.
So much goo. My go-to karaoke. Honestly, it's probably a Neil Diamond song. I love Neil Diamond.
Two fans.
But like if you need to get a crowd going, like Sweet Caroline just does it. You know what I mean? And even as a Yankees fan, it's a Red Sox song.
Yes, it is.
But it was a Neil Diamond song first, before it was a Neil Diamond Red Sox song. So.
But why
yeah,
would it?
probably not.
How would it be?
It's their like anthem they play at every game when they win.
Baseball parks. We've had. Oh, I'm from Boston. We've
And
had
if they lose, they play
red.
red wine, but they usually lose, so there's a lot of wine.
That is not. They don't play that song.
Boo! I heard the boo. There's some Red Sox fans. Did she disappear already? Okay, well thank you for the
got what
question.
she wanted from you.
That's the answer, Neil Diamond. Sweet Caroline. I'll see you later.
Thank you.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, this is for everybody, but Ian, you and I talked yesterday about my son, but Bob has a picture. What is your bond like with Paul now, with Brothers Bond? Like, what is it really like?
15 years deep of hell. I mean, it's 15 years. Like, we don't even have to, like, we don't have to even say anything to know each other's things. We've experienced pretty much everything human beings can, within reason in the modern world. We haven't, experienced certain things. But when you're building a company with someone, I mean, I'm not trying to discredit people's thoughts and feelings. That's not what I'm saying. But like, when you're building a company, a lot of process goes out the door. We don't have to be, we're obviously respectful of one another. We don't have to be so kind and thoughtful about how we respond. So if we have an idea that's not going to work, you can just say, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I'm like, that makes sense. And he could say something, I'm like, are you an idiot? Like, no, have you not been listening? He's like, oh yeah, sorry, I was distracted. So we just move very quickly through things. We make decisions very quickly. And it's really funny. It's like, it's crazy that we're still working together after 15 years. It's just wild. It's wild. So there's a tremendous amount of bond in every way, shape, and form. And Brothers Bond is the only thing that actually allows us to actually love each other. So it's great.
And if you like Brothers Bond bourbon, you should try Sisters Severance Tequila, because these guys, it is fantastic.
With a little twist.
Sisters.
And they're sisters, right, Ian?
You'd be surprised what happens with you and your sisters once you have that tequila.
Sisters Severance.
Your sister starts to look like something else with a little bit of Sisters Severance Tequila. Available at your local Bev Bond.
Wait, is that a real tequila?
Yeah, they started it right when you guys launched Brothers Bond. It's very successful. It's in Walmarts across America.
He's still processing. Sure or not.
Picturing sisters.
Who's your distributor?
Chris Woodford Reserve.
Chris Woodford Reserve. It's a collab with Woodford. Accepted.
Thank
You rock, man.
Thank you. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap
This
it
is
up.
like, it's just
Thanks.
so special. Thank you all for being here and
my
listening.
team's gonna wrap it up.
No, just thank you. Yeah, you wrap it up, but I just
No,
want to
you
say
don't.
thanks.
Please, you do it. Give the speech. Go ahead.
Defense Squad.
Reading my bracelets now. It actually says, a fan gave it to me yesterday. It says DRR Defense Squad. It's for Danielle Rose Russell.
Nice.
It's not here today.
I want to say something though. It's always so cool to me that something that I was a brief part of so many years ago is still bringing this many people this much joy and love. And it's so exciting to visit with you, so thank you. It's awesome. It's part of why we do what we do, because we want to make things that affect people, and obviously this one did. So you guys are awesome. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, Covington.
Thank you. Love you guys.
We love and appreciate you.